second try. Spiritual, my spiritual statement. I look at myself as a spiritual being having a human experience. And I say that because as I've been going through this course, I again am repeating myself. Um, God created us in His image, and He is a spiritual being, and He was able to come in having a human experience through His Son, Jesus Christ. So I see myself as a spiritual being having a human experience. And during my human experience, I have learned that with silence and prayer meditation, I do receive my clarity and direction, and usually a lot of answers. Some I've had times where I've just what we call instinct or a gut feeling. Usually, I have learned over the years that if I follow whatever that yearning is that's deep inside, that feeling, that is usually it always turns out to my good. Um, Through my journey on this this earthly plane as a spiritual being, I have two big experience that I think God used to change my thinking and who I was, and both occurred while I was incarcerated. The first was crying and complaining about people telling me their their problems and crying on my shoulder and how much I resented that. Well, come to find out, God told me that was my gift. Because a lot of people don't know how to pray to Him or seek His answers or get His knowledge or wisdom, whereas that was my gift. I was chosen to do that, and I am able to this day to still share insight or knowledge or wisdom from a different perspective that others have not experienced. My second thing was when I decided that I didn't want to go back to my dysfunctional family upon my release. And I cried and I prayed, show me where to go. And inside, knowingly, somewhere, it was in my spirit that I was going to be like Abram, and I was going to come from amongst my family, and I would be great. And I was going to do that in Portland. And that was in the year 2005. Over the course of the next 8 years, um, I did have to go back to my family and friends where I was at, but I started to encounter a lady that lived here in Portland, and I encountered her on multiple times, and through the course of the work that I was doing, and eventually I was able to be hired by the same organization she was at doing the work that I do, which is peer counseling. So those were huge moments, and the biggest growth I had was also during that time um, when my son was murdered. He was running for his life and was shot in the back of the head. And basically, I told my family, we need to forgive this young man and pray for him and his family because that was uh, that was something that he would live with also the rest of his life. Um, so through this journey, I have learned that I have a lot of resilience, um, and with each occurrence of what could devastate some people, I have been able to grow. And become alive. So with that, I will close this second time. Hopefully I have audio this time. Close this video. It's been a great class. Thank you.